Enoch didn't have pagan names for the days of the week. He didn't have that. They called them first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, and seventh day. Enoch says day would be like a no day, right? So let's look at our calendar and see if we can make sense of this while reading the understanding given to Ben Elim, right? The Sabbath is on Friday this year for us. This has been on Friday. So that day, that's day 7, right? Saturday is day 1. So let me mark the days for this month of March on the calendar, right? So we can have an idea of what we're looking at. Poof, look, done like that, right? So watch this. We've been confused by the devil and his world system, right? But we can still understand this in spite of the Gregorian calendar, right? We can do this, right? Read.
So the last week of the year would look like this. First day of the week, second day, third day, Enoch says day, then fourth day, which is the New Year's Day.
Okay, look at that. Watch this though. You might say, yo, P, your math ain't mathing. That fourth day ain't the equinox. My response is very good observation. Huh? Let's skip down and read though. It's highlighted on your screen. Read.
On every 4th year, there is a leap year, which adds another day to the year that is not a numbered day. It is called Moses Day.
That's awesome. That's awesome because this year is one of those leap years. The 19th would be Moses Day. So let me fix that right quick. All right, there you go. Look, there you go. So read that again.
On every 4th year, there is a leap year, which adds another day to the year that is not a numbered day. And it is called Moses Day.
So Enoch said day and Moses Day are both no days on this leap year, right? So now, when is the 4th day? Huh? On the equinox. Look at that. Read.
On every 4th year, there is a leap year, which adds another day.
Now skip down.
Okay. All this will keep your New Year's Day on the 4th day of the week. And most importantly, the Sabbaths of the Enochian calendar are always on the same exact day of the year that the Lord kept while he was here on earth, as well as all the holy people since Eden to this very day. This was a huge issue the temple religion had against both the Essenes and Christ in his ministry.
Wow. Hold on. We're gonna deal with that, with the temple religion and beefing with the Essenes and Christ, right? Because of these days, right? But why would the year start on the 4th day? Well, that's when the sun was created. Remember? That's when the sun started operating. And the sun got everything to do with the calendar. You dig? So the sun started ticking, time started ticking. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why, the year starts on the 4th day. You dig? But let's deal with this. First, this is the only way that allows all the precepts to line up. This Enoch said day and Moses Day. Enoch said is the name of the Most High. I am loving kindness. Khan and Moses of the Lamb is the name of the Messiah, of Hamashiach, right? So this way of intercalating the calendar or having a leap year system for the calendar is the only way that allows all the precepts to line up, right? The Father put that on my spirit tonight when I was putting this together, right? It was like, boom, because I've heard other brothers, other scholars, other people with their system, because they understand that it takes 365.25 days for the sun to go around in a yearly cycle. So people intercalate their calendars or make a leap year system for their calendars in different ways. Man, y'all can go check out what I'm saying. And a lot of y'all know what I'm saying already, right? But this is the only way that makes all the precepts of First Enoch line up. It's 364 days every year, right? Because everything after that are no days, right? The new year starts on equal day and night every year because that 4th day is always going to fall on the equinox, right? This would be the only way that everything line up. We know the calendar has to have some kind of leap year system because it takes the sun 365.25 days to make its yearly cycle. It's just what it is. Without doing it this way, every year will not start on the equinox. When we read through First Enoch chapter 72, we understand the year is based on the cycle of the sun. If you haven't read it, read it yourself. You can go download First Enoch for free as well, right? And it's chapter 72. You can go check it out. If we don't calibrate our calendar this way, we're going to start earlier and earlier. Then every year we don't. If we don't calibrate our calendar this way, then every year we won't be one with the sun's trek through the year. Huh? Now the Sabbath. Let's deal with the Sabbath. Look how the calendar affects the Sabbath on the Gregorian calendar. This year, our Sabbath has been on Friday. Next year, our Sabbath will be on Sunday because of the leap year. So our Sabbath will still be on the seventh day. Look at that. It's still on the seventh day, but on Sunday on the Gregorian calendar. The Sabbath day changes every year on the Gregorian calendar. Without this system, if we just keep the Sabbath on Saturday, our year will start earlier and earlier every year. Again, ask your elder what day your year starts coming up. Your pastor, whoever. Ask them. You follow a brother or sister that teaches the calendar, the Enoch calendar online. Ask them when their new year starts this year. But I'm going to give an example, right? Let me give an example. And when I'm doing this right here, this is not to demean, throw shade. Cause I don't like the name call much. I had to pray before I did this. You know what I'm saying? But no, this all love right here. This ain't no hate, yo. But GOCC, right? And I'm going to GOCC not because it's hate, but that I know they doctrine. You know, I know a lot of their doctrine. I know how they move. You know what I'm saying? I follow them a lot early in my walk. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this before I go on. First, before I say what I'm going to say, let me say this. The reason I even started knowing about the Enoch calendar was because of GOCC, right? So that's much respect for that, right? And besides the calendar, there's a lot of values that they taught back when I first came into the truth that helped me get to the understanding I am at now, right? So there's much respect for GOCC coming from my house, right? So what I'm about to show is not from a demeaning place. I'm not putting them down. It's from an edifying place, right? I have no negative feelings towards GOCC or their elders at all. And if someone says I do, man, repent, because that's not true. I just know their doctrine more than I know others. And their doctrine right now is something I can easily show ones and give understanding concerning this topic, right? So let's get to it. This is a page on their website. Look when their New Year's begins this coming year. Look, March 2nd. Yo. Back when I was learning about the Enoch calendar, I remembered Elder Ricard speaking about how he got to his understanding about when the year starts. From my memory, and hey, forgive me if I'm wrong, but he used the equilux. Look at the equilux for this year. First, you can see that the equilux is dependent on your location, right? It's not the same day all over the world like we had spoke on earlier. The equinox is March 20th all over the world on that day, right? But let's assume the equilux is correct, right? I don't know the location of America, but let's assume it's March 17th, right? Look how far they have drifted back to get to March 2nd. That's over 2 weeks earlier. And look, y'all, this is no cap. In 2 years, if they continue on this way, their new year will start in February. New Year's in February's error, fam. New Year's on March 2nd is error, yo. That should be no debate. But why are they drifting back? It's not because of the Gregorian calendar. It's because their year is not in tune with their Kodeshi, with creation, with the sun. Look, they trying to. Again, y'all, this is not a diss. I do not know the doctrines of too many camps or churches, right? So even me saying this, I'm not trying to throw shade on another church or any other church that I might not know how y'all get down and rock. But let me tell y'all something about my view. GOCC is the closest to being on point of all the churches and camps that I know of when it comes to dealing with the calendar. It's real talk, from what I understand. The only reason they are off is because they don't have this calibration. Because they really are diligently doing their best to walk the calendar the way Enoch said to walk the calendar. Real talk. They following the sun. They started what they perceive on what they perceive to be equal days and equal nights. They have 364 days a year in their calendar. So this is not a diss. I am just learning this stuff. I learned it 3 years ago, baby. Mm-hmm. I've been searching this out for like 10 years. So it's not a diss. I'm trying to share the information. You did? They don't got to give me no credit. Give credit to the Most High. You did. I'm just trying to share the information so everybody can be on point. But without this calibration, every year they are drifting backwards 1.25 days. Right? Their year starts 1.25 days early every year. So every 4 years, they come in 5 days earlier. Huh? So in 12 years, they would have come in 15 days earlier. What's March 17th minus 15, y'all? March 17th minus 15 days would be March 2nd. Look at that. So with confidence, I can say in 2 years, if they don't repent in the way they're dealing with the Enoch calendar, their new year will be in February. If GOC is your church, man, show this to your elders. Somebody prove this wrong. Don't just say I'm off. Again, if you have questions, hit us up at realjudahprayers@yahoo.com.